What's up, you
What's
guys?
up, y'all? Sip and
Mitchell,
Spill.
we in the house, baby.
We definitely up in here. How y'all doing?
Can you hear us? Let us know.
Y'all can when our people get on, when everybody on. Let us know. Can you hear us? But welcome for all the people. I want to make sure I don't forget the ones that is going to be watching this on replay that can't see this. But I want to say Happy Father's Day weekend to everybody. I hope everybody is being safe, queuing, you're getting your meal on, you're getting your chill on, whatever you're doing. Welcome for watching the Sip and Spill. We in here just for y'all.
And we're hoping you guys are around people that care about you, people that love you. Pick either one.
I'm gonna try this.
And so
we're gonna get our
you're around people that like you, that want to be around you, that want to be around them, the whole time. So I hope you're around people that like you, that love you. That's always important.
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome to the Sip and Spill, guys. Hope y'all chilling and enjoying yourselves. It looks like you're probably drinking us a Kool-Aid when we do our Sip and Spill. But, it's always alcohol. And we will be lighting up a cigar. Okay, I'm sorry. Ready? Infamous Sip and Spill.
It's good. You say you something, don't, because it's gonna be ice and water down. Don't you have something to be in it? You'll be mad. It's like it ain't that good. Do a test. I'm doing one.
Hello.
Right there. We did a test already. I think we good. I do overanalyzing stuff.
So I hope everybody is truly enjoying this. It's y'all weekend. It's Juneteenth too.
Yeah, Juneteenth.
So everybody doing.
We didn't talk about that. We need to put that in as far as Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth to everybody. Tomorrow, June 19th.
Because there's a lot of people I know that celebrate doing some things, some different functions.
And as they should. As
you should. However, I'm a little, taken back that it's, into the Father's Day thing.
Yeah. They fell on Father's Day. Yeah.
I think this is the first time that this has ever happened.
But they just, I think last year was the first year it became an official holiday. Before then, nobody. So it may have fallen on it before. We didn't celebrate Juneteenth. Yeah. So Father's Day is like a certain.
No, Father's Day have always been June 20th. So this is the first year, the 19th.
Yeah. So what Sunday is it? Like a third Sunday?
It's always the third Sunday. And so for me, it holds a quite significance. But I'm going to, go ahead and just, as people come on, we can
shouts out to people. Yeah, we're going to try to work on. I'm going to be right back, and Kimmi's going to break down a couple of things. I'm going to go ahead and try to set up another little. You want to do the Instagram?
Yeah, you can. So I don't know about y'all, but this song here, if you heard this, I'm going to go and give it out to my boy, Jaheim, Everywhere I Am. This is my song that I listen to every Father's Day for, and I think I'm playing it over again, but I don't know. I'm just being fugazi with it. But this song, Everywhere I Am, is by Jaheim. I know everybody talked about my boy, but he's still that guy. But everywhere I am, I know they be talking about people.
Just his age a little bit, like he just kind of.
He didn't aged, but this still is a jam, y'all. Tell me if y'all can hear this. So this song is significant to me because everywhere I am and everything I do, I'm always thinking about my man Ernest, which is my father, the only man on earth that I love to say this about, that I knew without question, love me on purpose and intent. So I definitely was, and I definitely am, and always will be a daddy's girl. So to Ernest Levy, happy Father's Day. I love you. It's crazy. It's been 7 years without you. And you just sent me a beautiful, beautiful prize 7 years later. And I just can't believe it. But with that said, I love you, Dad. I miss you more if heaven had appointment calls. Your girl will be in line weeks just to have one more conversation. So if you all know what I'm talking about, you feel that. If you have a father that's in heaven, you all know exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all feel me on that? 'Cause, yes. So I smile every day when I'm telling you my father is one of the greatest inspirations that ever happened to me. We have a beautiful, loving story of how we met. It wasn't traditional born and raised by my dad, but his significance and what he gave me and what he instilled in me as an adult changed everything I am, and I was thankful. So I'm hoping you all enjoying that, and with that, I say you definitely need to appreciate if you got a dad that's here. You definitely need to appreciate that. I'm gonna send out another shout out to Joe Ellis, who is a father figure in my life that also helped me meet my real biological dad. And they both are in heaven now, probably playing dominoes. My dad probably still whooping up, you know what I mean, doing what he do. But them two guys, man, Joe and Ernest, meant everything to me. So I'm definitely wishing them happy Father's Day, happy Heavenly Father's Day. So everywhere I am and everything I do, Dad, I love you. So welcome to everybody that's coming on. Y'all know my boy be out sometimes, but he just be in the background as we say, doing what we do to make it look nice and y'all can see it. But as always, we sipping and your girl doing what she do best. Spilling.
Hi, Instagram, whatever you guys know on Instagram. How are you guys?
So, as y'all see Ed getting up, because, we trying to do both at one time. We just trying to make sure we hit all our social media sites. So we want everybody to come on and come kick it with us, come sit with us. I love you smoking us something, but believe me, we finna fire this cigar. This is one of the famous things we love to do. And we will be consistently doing this. So you all will be seeing us, I think, this week and weekend, because we'll be hosting coming up this Saturday the Marvelous Films Red Carpet event. You will see SIP&SPILL in the building live. So
That should be very fun.
It is. So it's kind of exciting for us. We're very, very excited. What's up, Clarence? Always our faithful fan. He always in the building. Happy Father's Day, Clarence. I know if you're not or you are with your kids, they miss you dearly, and I know that you are a good dad. So I want to say Happy Father's Day, and I appreciate you. You always come when I ask you for stuff. My only in the M fit friend that I can know for sure. But thank you, Clarence. I said I was gonna give you a little props today. Mr. Clarence, as we call him. It's messed up he ain't on Facebook because he sure he'll have a badge of honor.
Right.
See, because you're not on Facebook, you got a badge, Clarence. You know what I'm saying? I hope you enjoying your. Look, I don't know if you got a drink, but I know you're gonna be at the mechanic shop tonight, and you're gonna be getting your little drink on. So here you go. I'm gonna tell my boy when he gets through lighting my cigar for me that we gonna make a sip at the top. You and walking your dog Mac, y'all gonna be doing y'all thing. Look, I'm here for you, girl. You didn't taught me enough. Clarence, you do what I'm talking about. Look, enjoy yourself. It's your damn weekend.
Exactly.
You do what you do, just like mothers do. Whatever they want to do. I told y'all I'm going to show out just for y'all like I did for Mother's Day. Because we got some bad brothers out there. And your girl is here for it. To support y'all, to do what you got to do. You show up the way you show up. And I'm proud of you, Clarence. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be sending these shout outs all night to everybody. I don't know what you got planned. So Clarence, what's up? What you got planned? What you doing? What you doing, huh? What you doing? What y'all doing? I know you be at the mechanic shop. I'm just trying to figure out what you gonna be doing.
No, you and him or something else.
Clarence said, I'm gonna be chilling tonight. You woke up early talking about what you finna be doing, huh?
Right.
Welcome to the Sip and
Welcome
Spill.
to the Sip and Spill, guys. We thank you guys. We also want to acknowledge the ones just logging in, acknowledging tomorrow being Juneteenth. And we basically are encouraging everybody to celebrate, do the same queuing and shit. I damn near would do fireworks. Hell, we're doing the 4th shit, do the same thing. It's the same. It's independent for us. So fireworks, gunshots, if your area can allow it.
Right.
But some people are telling your ass.
I know sometimes they don't allow it, but you do it anyway.
Yeah, especially
sometimes they gotta hit me. I'm just saying, but you do what you do.
Do what you
Stay
do.
safe.
Stay safe. You heard it from Kimmi Kim. We just saying.
Because you know what I'm saying. I'm just saying, stay safe.
Right.
Things be happening in them streets, right, Clarence?
No.
Clarence knows exactly what I be talking about. Welcome to the Sip and Spill. We're here for it, y'all. We are spending this happy Father's Day weekend, wishing everybody happy Father's Day. And we're just going to be talking about some dope subjects, you know, what my brothers go through, all the different things y'all go through, from women to children to fatherhood to how it happened and when it happened. And, you know, we just sitting in our spots. Y'all see us in different spots and different places all the time. We get our spot and we chilling and sipping, and then we talking to y'all. So talk to us. You know what I'm saying? What you want to talk about? You got a Father Day wish you want to send out? We here for it. We'll do that.
And also,
shout it out.
And also reach out to us if you want to come in and say something. Sometimes if you don't want to be visually on, you can call. We can send you a link. And you can come in and talk verbally, and you want to give a shout out to somebody or give a testimony or a tribute to somebody who you think. We didn't offer that before, but a tribute to somebody you think is a wonderful father, a great example of what a great father has been to you. Or if you want to give yourself a pat on the shoulder, a pat on the back, that's fine too.
Claire said, "Give Ed a like because you ain't working." Mm-hmm. He said he been trying to like that cigar, Claire.
It's the lighter ain't working. My lighter ain't working. I got the other one over there. It's all over that shit.
Where?
That one over there. I don't know why. I should have got these filled up. Refilled.
You gonna be like that? He talking laughing his ass off.
Yeah. I had so many. It's so crazy. I didn't get into it. I had so many lighters, and I went down to like having none. I'm like,
okay, so you gonna have to go and get over there and get it lighted up.
It's okay. Smoke on yours because yours will go out.
Mine is gone. Okay, so 1 second, y'all. Okay, your girl gonna get up and move, and I'm gonna go ahead and take some stuff. We gonna get some smoking going on.
Oh, you're gonna do it the old school.
So we got the old school way.
Yeah, we got a fire lit over there. We got a fire pit over here. So Kimmi, it tricked us because we were supposed to be warm. Well, no, I said it's gonna be 70 degrees. Yeah, but it got chilly on us. And later when we outside, get a little bit more tricky. So whatever. God bless us. Clarence. What do you guys got going on? So I want to hear from y'all. What do you guys got planned? What's happening for the combo Father's Day, Juneteenth Day? What do you guys got planned? What's cracking? You got it. Be careful. What do you guys got planned? What's going on? What's on your agenda for this Father's Day weekend? A lot of times we don't put a lot of. Thank you so much. A lot of times we don't put a lot of credence to our fathers. A lot of times.
Right. Don't give them that mad credit.
We don't give them that mad credit. We don't
like it like they should.
Right. We don't say nothing. We like give them niggas socks and shit. You know what I'm saying?
That was a picture. I need a picture for that crew. Well,
I should have put that. We gotta do one for that thing.
Yeah, but listen. I'm gonna say Happy Father's Day to all the men doing what they do.
Clarence said he's walking on the pier. That's gonna be nice.
Yeah, that's what he's doing right now. You out there walking. You got Mac with you.
I think I asked him what his plans were for the weekend. Maybe he's doing it right now. Maybe he's doing it tomorrow.
You walking on the pier right now, aren't you, Clarence? Well, let's go ahead and give another Happy Father's Day to everybody. Welcome,
guys. Welcome,
everybody that's watching.
Everybody's watching. To our group members. Listen, guys, we have a group. If you guys are on Facebook, follow us on Facebook.
Yeah.
We also invite you to our group. In our group,
yeah.
Starting next week, you'll start seeing a lot more content. We'll be asking questions and doing things like, getting almost like survey, asking y'all what y'all think, because we're going to really get into.
Right.
We've honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I think the last couple of months, and this is, I'm gonna blame myself for this. We've been very kind of mild because a lot of times we were going there. Our first few months doing it, we were going there. We were talking about all type of things: BDSM, threesomes, cheating, all type of freaky stuff, monogamy, polyamory. We was getting into all type of stuff. Then we started getting into more things like, what if your family is, blah, blah. What if you woke up one day and, we started getting spiritual and shit. And because it's funny too. I really invite you guys. I invite you
That's
guys.
SIP.
Yeah, I invite you guys to come along the journey because if you notice, we live out loud, and as we go through our ups and downs and wherever we are, as you start seeing us, we will be out of town. You will see us. The things change and things going on with us. She's my partner's just she's home now.
No, I'm laughing because he was saying,
Yes, Team
I've been saying it
Mitchell.
for the longest, but at the end of the day,
Yay!
um, at the end of the day, Instagram, hello. At the end of the day, I'm just saying that one thing I love about our show is that we're authentic. So sometimes, how people say you don't wear your feelings on your sleeve, but sometimes we do.
Yeah.
We talk about it right here. I think I'm telling you, this is one of the dopest, you know, things to do to be able to be therapeutic. And sometimes even Ed and I might not always be able to get why certain things be said on here. And then people have y'all form y'all opinions and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, if we can handle y'all, we can handle anywhere. So we want y'all to definitely follow along with us this Sunday, this Saturday, this Friday. Y'all will be seeing us June 24th and June 25th. But June 25th, at 1 o'clock, you will see us live, probably at 12:30. See us live in Atlanta. We doing ATL. So anybody that is in Atlanta, we want to see y'all come out. After that, we're at the VIP party. So let me just break it down. What's going on? It's the Marvelous Films red carpet event that Sip and Spill will be hosting. Then after that, they have a VIP party that they also want us to host. So we in the building, y'all. Our gig where everybody want to be there with all the different celebrities and people coming out, and we bringing y'all along, of course. Our peoples, we gonna have our peoples with us right here live, showing y'all everywhere we go. But I think the most dopest, crazy thing is you all are gonna watch the entire journey,
Right?
Because Ed and I is gonna be in a damn car for 11 hours driving.
Right.
Pray for me because I don't know what the hell gonna happen on this trip.
Yeah, she never know. They ain't lying.
It's our first. Look. Let me tell you something. When we get out, we do that 2 hours max. You know what I'm saying? 11 hours, y'all. Okay. And we both gonna be tired. Getting off work, gotta lay our ass down, and you know what I'm saying. We just saying that we gotta get there. And we lit the whole from the time we land, from the time we head back. We gotta be lit.
Right.
So with that coming up, it's gonna be fun. We looking forward to it, and more importantly, we want y'all to be there to join us. So make sure you join us. You will see us a lot popping on live. Mm-hmm. We know our normal live is Saturday at 7, but we'll be live at 1:30. 12:30, Lord's willing, which is
I think
which is one. Here. No, they Atlanta is an hour ahead of us.
Oh, so it'll be 11. So we 12.
It's gonna be 11:30 here. But then y'all still gonna see us jump back on at our regular time at 7 o'clock on June 25th, but we will be in the club.
And we're gonna have a great time. And then if you're in Atlanta, obviously, if you have family in Atlanta, you plan on coming down to Atlanta, we'll give you all the location of where we'll be at, the details of that. Just send us an inbox or whatever, let us know what's going on. And
but I'm gonna go ahead and say to the Redwood Cigar Lounge, you will definitely be blessed with Ed and our presence. Y'all have requested us to come through. We coming through. We're gonna buy a cigar or two, and y'all will definitely be. So we're gonna show all our fans that.
I like that.
So we'll see y'all there. But with that, I'm gonna let my partner. This your day. I say Happy Father's Day to everybody. I say Happy Father's Day to my father, who's an integral part of my life. That's okay with you. I'll go ahead and start saying Happy Father's Day to who? Yeah. Happy Father's Day to my boy. I said that to Clarence. Happy Father's Day to my 3 sons who have given me in total 4 grandchildren. All 3 of them as excellent, great fathers that I'm very proud to say. And then I want to say Happy Father's Day to my brothers. That would be my brother Ricky, Charles, Martin, and my little brother Carl. I want to say Happy Father's Day to all y'all. Okay, so I think I cleared that. And then my friends, my boys, it's too many of y'all to name, but I've been saying Happy Father's Day. Y'all know that. But last and nor not least whatsoever, one of the baddest men in the game. I try to give him all the love and flowers and everything I can, even when I don't know how sometimes. But to my boy Ed, Happy Father's Day.
Thank you so much.
Happy Father's Day. His children absolutely love and adore him, and all his nieces and nephews. So it's y'all day. We want y'all to enjoy it. I think, as women, we want to, encourage y'all. But then I'm gonna say this too, not least and last. I'm gonna be an example. What I want to share when we get to talking about it. I want to give a Happy Father's Day to my son's father, which is Kenneth Mitchell. Happy Father's Day to you. Pretty much how I got my last name, y'all. But happy Father's Day. He's a great father. My youngest son is spoiled as hell. Okay. But when I say this man loved that boy with everything that's in him, I cannot ask for a better person to love him like that. And that I feel extremely blessed because I know it's nothing that what a mother would want if something happened to her that the father would take care of him. He got him.
And he got it.
He got all of them and my grandchildren. He's a good grandfather and a good father. So happy Father's Day, Kate.
Yeah, and I want to second that to all of the people that I know, that her family that I've met, especially the boys. I met the son, and great fathers all the way around. Even Kenneth's a great father all the way around. I know he loved them boys. And this is where you know you're your father. As a father, you know that you are like really appreciated when your kids love you. You know, we could say one thing, like we could see them from afar and be like, oh, you know, you do a great job. But it's those kids that be like, damn, that man.
Yeah.
Sometimes take the kids a while to kind of get it, especially if you like one of those more hard-nosed fathers. But when the kid can be like, you know, I ain't gonna lie, that man really, you know, that's what you can tell. The kids, you hear it and you see it in the way the kids want to be around you, or the way they talk about you, the way they give you all your praises and stuff like that's a good thing. Yeah. I want to give a shout out to I'm gonna say this is really very very encouraging to say this is a special shout out. I'm gonna get a shout out, and I haven't done enough in this regard. I'm gonna give a shout out to my oldest son, Kaori Jordan. Now, I'm talking about this boy. It's funny between Kimmi and I. I'm like the most. I probably break down way more on the show than anybody, but I just break down. I'm so sensitive and whatever. But when it comes to my son, to Jordan, I don't think I've given him enough credit for being an amazing father, and I don't take any credit for him being a great father. I take it, and I'm not going to divulge into the story, but I've had him since he was a year and a half, so it tells you that. And he's taken on my last name, and he's given me 3 grandsons, 3 great grandsons, and 3 grandsons, 3 great little boys that love me to death. They call me Pop. I gotta give my son Kaori Samaj, aka Jordan, aka Kaori. Happy Father's Day, Jordan. I'm very, very proud of you. We did a show from what was it, Mother's Day? I don't think it was Mother's Day. We did a special show with Parenting.
Yeah, with his wife.
And my daughter-in-law, she gave a great shout out to my son. So it was amazing. I mean, I haven't done the things that he does as a father, and I'm like, damn, wow, you know what I'm saying? And he got his boys, if nobody else does. So that's that. A great Father's Day to my brothers. I'm sorry, with Cedric. Cedric is a great father. His boys, I mean, his daughter, all his kids, they love him. He's always very, very involved in everything they do. Everything. He's like invested in them like crazy. Every game. I don't know how he's able to do it. He's every shoe, every cleat, every barrette, every instrument, everything those kids want. He makes sure he get the.
That's all right.
My brother is dead ass on his kids, and they're doing pretty, very, very, very well. My brother Ace RJ has been a great father to his boys, and I'm very proud of him and all the things he's done to be there for them and love them and the whole nine. A shout out to my dad. Where I get my name from? I'm his namesake. Happy Father's Day to you, Dad. I love you. I know I don't say it enough. We don't talk enough. But I love you, and you are a wonderful, wonderful human, wonderful man. I love you. You taught me a lot. I learned a lot from you. Our relationship has been a little bit it's not been bad, but it's been, I don't know. Sometimes we need to talk more, and I put that on me because my dad reaches out to me. I ain't gonna lie, he does. It was for a while I felt like he didn't reach out to me, Dad, but it's my fault. So
happy Father's Day.
You said Dad, you're supposed to say,
and I'm still waiting for a phone call. I reach out to you. I'm just letting you know. You know.
She
so Ed has, his dad is not my dad. He's my earthly dad since my dad ain't have, taken him on. He gonna be my daddy really. He realized it. But nah, you understand?
I told him.
But happy Father's Day, and I'll be seeing you soon.
Right. Happy Father's Day. Last but not least, I'm sure I'm missing some people, but last but not least, happy Father's Day to my father-in-law, Ray Cotton, Kenny Ray. Dad, I love you. You are the epitome of self-sacrifice. of doing what it takes for your family to survive, to make sure that your family have what they need. He always say, "I got nourishments and provisions. Now, don't worry, boy, I got provisions. Just come by." He's always got it. So, Mr. Kenneth Cotton to my dads, and then I told Kim I had three dads. My other dad would be Marshall Davis, Apostle Marshall Davis. I learned a lot from him, a lot. So those three guys, my father, Edward Mitchell, Kenneth Cotton, and Marshall Davis, have groomed me to be this total package of a father, which I'm bragging on myself. It may not be all that, but I think I am. So there's that. So with that being said, happy Father's Day, guys. Happy Father's Day. We appreciate you guys. We love all of you guys for being that. And then happy Father's Day to myself. I think I'm a pretty decent father.
All right.
I love myself. And I think I love my kids. And I appreciate me being love on my kids or whatever.
So okay. So and as the show
Moving right along.
We'll just keep making sure that you, like I said, once again, you on here. Come on, we'll say happy Father's Day to all you all. I can say I want to send a special shout out to my boy Charles of Clearwater, Florida. I know you just lost your grandmother, and I do sorry, but he also lost his son earlier. So it's one of my prayers, SIP&SPILL prayers, is with you as you travel to Alabama for your grandmother's funeral, as well as the loss of your son. I know you're missing him today. It was a day that y'all always celebrated. And with that, speaking of son, I have to say Father's Day for me holds a very a challenging day, not just the loss of my father, but I'm trying to, when stuff happened to you, you try to make a tragic into a triumph. And for me, I almost lost my second oldest son. He got shot on Father's Day 2 years ago. And one of the worst days in my life. My son lived, but my nephew died. So for Brian, who was a great father, Brian Mitchell, I love you up in heaven too. Happy Father's Day. And my son, who lived, thank God, I feel extremely blessed. So this day will forever be one of those things. Father's Day is, I want to say this. We all go through so many different things. So when you look at people, you really don't know what they're going through.
Yeah.
We all show up in this life in different reasons. And I just ask everybody to don't just, judge a person by a behavior you may see them act like or something they may have done. Because sometimes those incidents or experience that they have had cause that. And it takes them a little while to get to the point to be like, I don't need to be doing that. Because acting out don't just happen when you're a kid. We act out as adults too.
Yeah.
Sometimes you be going through stuff and you be like, when you really ain't mad at me about the fact that you drank my juice. You mad at me about something else, or you mad at someone else. And it's hard. I ain't gonna lie. It's hard to give somebody benefit of that. But I'm just saying, I'm asking that if we give each other more passes of understanding, instead of just, basically shooting, stabbing, or walking away so fast, then you'll have an understanding. Everybody show up in life different. Everybody do. One of the things I think I was thinking about as we going into our little segment on fatherhood, what I would love to see the bridge is closed. As it's Happy Father's Day to fathers that are in their children's life, fathers that are not and can't see their children's life, be in their children's life because of the mother. So we talking about baby daddies. We talking about bonus children. We talking bonus fathers. So I'll start with myself. As Ed was saying about Jordan, he's been in his life since he was one. And then, my ex-husband, he raised my youngest son that is 9 years, and he's been in his life since he was a baby as well. But his son, Kenneth Mitchell Jr., excellent father. I am so proud of you, baby. I look at him and I just can't believe how great of a dad you are. And then all what you do to community. He runs a boys club where he just helps young men to be better men in Chicago here. And he will be on ABC News tomorrow, as he is every. I know this is going to be one of the hardest because he lost his best friend, Brian, which was his cousin. But Kenneth, I'm so proud of you, Kenny Jr. I'm so proud of you and raising your 3 children and being a great father. It's and then he like all of us guys took on other children That is not. I just want to give. I just want to live in that moment for a second. You know, when it's your child, you know, I got to do what I got to do. But when it's not your child, that's some extra love. It is. It's some extra love. And you know, people say I love him like I love my own. You know, but at the end of the day, and I think the sooner you get in that child life, I think it's easier. But when they older, and then you become a father to them, as Edward Senior doesn't know that he's gonna be to me. Pray for him, y'all, because he. But I'm just saying, when you become older, it's a different kind of love because I see you, you know, and you walking into that light of being that brand new person. For me, I met my father when I was 22 years old. So the 17 years of life that I had with my father changed me a lot. But if I had him sooner in my life, I don't know. But I thank God for what I did have. So I just want to give a special shout out to all the guys that are raising children that is not theirs biologically and loving them and putting in the work. Or you break up with a woman and you still in that child's life. That's power. That's love.
That part is
and
really.
For the women, I'm just going to say, is y'all hear us say this word? Ed come up with a word, I come up with one we using. But that's some true fugaziness, and that's ignorance. When you stop the man that you know that love your child, stop being in your child's life.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, listen, it is absolutely true that as a mother and as a woman, I can be two different people. We're gonna protect our children. You know, you got that nurturing thing on. But when that nigga doing you crazy, like peace, deuces.
Right.
But at the end of the day, your child, you know, where a lot of women would say, you know, my child come first, this and that. But also the child needs to come before you and your needs when it comes to that nigga. I'm just keeping it 100. At the end of the day, it's about my child. It ain't about me and you. Listen, he gonna show up different with you. His expectations is different. His love is different. His wants and desires is different. But with that child, it's just that pure, you know what I'm saying, love. And that child loved them waking up in the morning with the breath stinking, with the ain't washed their ass. All they know is daddy. That's it. That's it. Or they know that person by their name and they want them to show up for them for everything, that little special, you know, moment that they got going on in their life. So I just want to say, women, give that power to them. If you see him having a great influence on your child, walk away from what happened between you and him. Let that be. But let him be that for that child, because your child, that goes a long way.
Right.
What shapes him to be an adult.
Right.
You got something to add to that, Ed?
I want to say that though I hadn't seen it often, personally, as far as women not, you know, or that dichotomy where the husband or the guy and the girl aren't together, and then, but I encourage you guys, if that guy's a good person to that child, whether it's his natural child or not, he's a good person to that natural child, to that child, allow that relationship to cultivate. And sometimes people use things for manipulation. I don't get it twisted. I understand that people use the kids to kind of manipulate either way. Maybe the father, that guy that you broke up with, and manipulate using that child to continue to be in your life. But I mean, you can find out for real if when he call you, you put that little boy the little girl on the phone, let him talk to them, and then they let them hang out and do things. Right. That's when you know it's real. So.
Yep, and you the adult, so you can control that. But I'm just saying, I just feel like so many children miss out. They miss out. They really do. They miss out on a wonderful chance to have somebody to love them unconditional. Because we mad about some stuff he did with somebody else, and he don't got nothing to do with it. The way he show up as your husband is totally different than the way he be a father. And when the people learn the difference of that, that's what matters. Because, you know, like, I can speak from experience for myself. I used to be like, look, I'm nursing. Okay. Y'all heard me do a TikTok show that said I don't feel like adulting today. But I promise you, when you taking care of that baby, and then he's sitting up look like, well, you know, when he going, you know, when I'm gonna get my turn. You know what I'm saying? You'll be like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like it today. But when it's called balance, right? Because the way I show up as his wife, you know, and you in that person life for this woman is totally different when you being a mom. You just got to be able to balance. And I think a lot of people lose that because you're trying to do all that, and it's just, you got to really take your time and balance it. And then that's how I think it'll come to fruition. And then, you know, when a relationship ends, I think it really gets fugazi because that child suffers because their normalcy was erupted. You know what I'm saying? They used to y'all being on the couch and they come squeezing all in between y'all or in the couch on the bed, and now all of a sudden, you know, you like, when you coming to pick Juju up? Your daddy ain't called, you know what I'm saying? Call him. Yeah, call your daddy. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That's what y'all be doing. Call him. His ass probably over there with Lisa. Mm-hmm. But I picture you over there buying for her kids.
So is.
Because you know,
so that's what happened.
But I'm gonna say one of the worst things I would say. Now, brothers, I gotta tell y'all this. Mm-hmm. It's nothing like your child's mother, okay, that she didn't got the scratch marks, or you know, and she didn't push that baby out, or even got cut out of her, and you don't have nothing to do with your child. You know damn well it's yours, but you done met you a new woman that you love and you like, right? But you won't do nothing for that one, but you over there doing for her kids. Her kids got a daddy, but he ain't in it like you've been repping, you know, as they dad. That's the most hurtful thing. All I'm saying is make sure you take care of home first. Take care of home.
I got a question for you. Mm-hmm. Who is responsible for making the guy a father, the male or the female?
I think it's a collective thing. I think it's a collective thing. I think that, you know, the mother and the father, well, if the mother and father are not together, then it's different. But the mother and the father, if y'all are together, it's usually your closest friends that you be like, well, you know, I know if I call her, she gonna come through. And then you could be like, well, look, I know if I call him, he gonna come through. Now, them two people might not be together. You know what I'm saying? But y'all just, you have experienced those people in different ways. And then, you know, the mother of your child might be like, you know, you're right, because he a good dude to you. So, and then I like how he take care of his kids. I think that should be in consideration. Now, what if the person that's becoming a godparent is not, they don't have any children, but they love your child like it's their own? Right. That's godfather material, godmother material. So I think that you should take that role serious. I know people that take that role serious. I would hope you take that role serious.
I would hope so.
I mean, I love babies. I do. I love babies and I love children and stuff like that. And, you know, I think I'm a, you know, one of those the aunties.
I saw little Malachi the other day. He popped up. He was waiting on me to get back. Little Malachi. He was outside. He liked being outside. My little grandbaby. I saw him outside. I just thought about him. Popped in my head, listening to these kids over there. Little Malachi popped up to see him.
So we talking about we talked about being a father to children that is not yours, and being a father to children when they're not, y'all no longer together. Okay. That's a challenging thing.
Oh, challenging, right.
We're very, very challenging. What would you say is one of the greatest challenges you experienced with your children? Being a father, becoming a father.
One of the greatest challenges, I'm going to say this, and this is, I'm going to say this. One of the greatest challenges I had being a father was the fact that I had to learn to differentiate. It was a challenge, a battle between the mother and myself, their mother, where, I don't know, mothers be saying, they use this term, my child, my child, my child. And it was so funny because their mother would always defend or come to the aid of the kids like I'm some sort of that was the thing for me.
Oh, you was like the outside. You said outside person?
Yeah, that's how they was talking to me. Like I was like I didn't have any jurisdiction over the kids. Like I had to run shit by her. What did they do? I'm like the same shit they did to you when you whooped their ass. Like now, but I ain't question. I ain't saying nothing.
Right.
I'm sitting by there.
Look, and then the children be like, I'm telling mama.
Right.
And you like, I'm your daddy.
Yeah.
What you mean? You tell me what she gonna do to me?
Yeah, they dead ass think mama finna whoop my ass or put me on punishment or something. But they'll do stuff like that, or like I say, they would do something as a father. I had to understand that dichotomy where the kids they would do something and she would get them. There was no question. There wasn't no look, hey, you check it out. They did this. I'm about to go ahead and do something to them. She didn't run it by me. She did it. And I'm on the sideline. Tears in my eyes, like, oh, why you hurting my baby? Why you hurting my baby? Lord, what did they do? But I didn't say anything. I had to take it. I mean, because, I knew legitimately there's something their mother. So they had to have done something. But I'm like, but did they do that, though? They had to get their ass. You going in on them. I'm over there yelling at them. She's like, what they do? What's going on? What my babies do? I'm like, hold on. Why you, what the fuck? You making it seem like I done check your kids from Walmart or some shit.
So
like I got your kids in Walmart hemmed up in the corner and shit. I'm the security guard. Whoa, what my kids do? What you doing to my kids? Nigga, you know we're in the same house. These are my kids. You know that, right? Are these the same niggas you was whooping yesterday? And I sat there crying because I didn't want you to whoop them that hard. That was a challenge for me. Trying to understand that. I don't know what's somebody sells off over there, but anyway, I don't know what that was about. I had to understand that whole the mother's a mother, and then I had one of the other challenges was like trying to understand why to get the props as mama did. Like that whole let me tell mama, let me ask mama. They come in the room like, can I? I'm just gonna ask mama. What?
So
you can ask me.
So I can say as a mom, I think the children tend to come to us because we nurture and we're there for them. Like if the mother is at home and the dad is gone, the mother becomes the go-to. Yeah, I saw that.
Hold on, guys. We're going to try to do a little adjustment, see what's going on. And while we are doing this, okay, we're going to
ain't nothing on there.
We're going to go ahead and get off. Hey, bye Instagram. We're going to say bye to Instagram because maybe Instagram is messing with our signal. Bye, Instagram. We'll talk to you guys another time. Boy. Yeah, put another log on that. Okay. Let's clear up a little bit, Kimmi Kim.
Okay.
That may have done it. So to all our Instagram followers, we'll do another show for you guys. Or whoever go on Instagram, we'll get down with you guys and we'll get down. But what's the next item? What we going through now?
We was talking about the fathers, and we just talking about different capacities of being a dad. And I was just going to respond to why the children go to the mothers, and I think they do that simply because the mom is kind of the primary go-to caretaker. Doesn't mean the father's any less, but I can say for me, my dynamic changed in our home, raising my boys when they were younger. When I finished, going through college and stuff like that, I took on a higher role job and more, had more demands, and we kind of flipped. So I was working daytime, he worked at night, but it was at a time that during the day, I was going through because my babies weren't coming to me; they was going to daddy. So I was like,
because they was used to
mommy right now, so I'm just gonna ask dad, and I'm like, what? Like I'm your mama, I'll push your butt out,
Right.
Or something like they're like, I'm the one got to scratch my all that. But it's like I don't know, it's just like that. But I think that I would like to say that I think the more as a father you become involved, more like I can say, my oldest son, Desmond, he's like always in every part intricate that goes on with his daughter. My granddaughter Destiny couldn't have asked for a better father. I mean, he is so on point with every little thing she do. And I don't know, one of the favorite things that I love to see is when a dad have tea time with his daughter, or she's like, Dad, can I paint your face? And he's like, I'm a man, but he, it's his daughter, and he get on that and he be in that role, and even though he don't like it, he like it. Because I'm just saying, I don't have a daughter, I have granddaughters, but I can say it's just different. It's just different. It's just like I'm borrowing. I just have to. You have to make people be in your life. So when everything happens with her, I be like gung ho too. It's just one of those things but I can say it's different with a daughter, but also being a boy mom has a lot of challenges too for me. Because I kind of look to the dad more. Like he want to do this and he want to do this and it's just I know you experience it with your 3 sons. When it's that boy stuff, they don't want mama to know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That they go to the dad. So your dad be all proud, and then you be like, well, tell me. I used to be hitting Kitty like, what happened? He was like, yes. I mean, when I tell you stuff stayed with him, he didn't tell me jack. Because the boys be like, I know I can tell dad. But they tell me, I be like, Kid, let me tell you, boy, dad didn't call me. And then the dad like, I told you not to tell dad.
Low key, that happens. That's a real
we be
real
wanting
situation.
to tell y'all, but y'all be like,
we don't break the code.
Yeah, y'all be like, nah. I'm like, it's a whole. So I was in a house full of testosterone, okay? because I was the only girl. And
you know what? Sometimes the moments we cherish those moments because it be so far few in between. Like, I ain't finna kill that. I ain't finna fuck that only chance up. 98% of the time they're telling you.
Right.
There's 2% of the time they're gonna tell me, I'm
keeping that.
I ain't keep that. That's all I got.
But it was so funny because as moms and women intuition, we know. Because I could have been right on. Did he just talk to you?
We were like, yeah, why were you all in our business?
And then Kenny was good. He was infamous of changing the subject. What you say you finna do?
Yeah, you better go outside. You better leave now.
So it'd be one of those things. So I think a father show up. I think you guys' presence matters. Y'all really the first superheroes in your daughter and your son's lives. And I think that you should wear that with a badge of honor. And I think as the children age, being the father, what you say, Ed, the little girl to the, little boy to reaching puberty and then to become an adult, it's different phases of how you meet them where they at. Because my 3 grown sons, our conversations are way different than what they were.
It took me a while. I had to realize I had to respect them. Not that I didn't respect, but I had to give them a obvious respect. I had to show them, like, go out of my way and show them that I respect them now as adults. And they have voices and the whole nine. So it took a while. I want to ask you a question though, before we go to the next subject. I want to ask you a question. Do you think that the perception of Black fathers is the same now that it has been years ago? Do you think that has changed? Like, fathers been absent and all that kind of stuff. Do you see that? And then that's one. And then number 2, what are you seeing within your surroundings and the people you work with, your people in your family, your friends, and just people?
And my guy friends that talk to me all the time about
that have kids. Yeah. Do you see them as being, because you did talk about some fathers that were good fathers. I get that, but would you say the majority are that way?
Yes, I would say that the majority of the friends that I have been exposed to and that I have experienced, they love their children dearly. And they run into the problem, which is going to be our next subject, is things like they can't see the child because of child support. So they're paying child support and they're doing extra things for the child. Because I say child support is not a deciding factor, whether you see the child or not, it's a given. But I feel like it's the challenges of a bad relationship going bad, and they can't have that. And so the mother have the power. So one of the things I encourage guys to do, if you want to be in that child's life, then that's entirely up to you. If the mother is not stopping you, she can, guys be so cool and laid back and be accepting. But if you have to take her ass to court to be in that child's life, it ain't about her, it's about that child. Right. Because you're going to be sitting across a child, which I was that child at 20-some years old. I asked him, like I asked my dad, what the hell were you? Okay, so and then what you gonna say? What you gonna say? The mother? No, there ain't nothing wrong. No, you. It's a choice. So I look at the first question I'll answer is that I feel like the brothers that I know are great fathers, doing stuff, always having their children with them. It's not so much as always having them with them, it's just learning to balance. I feel like more brothers that I know stepped up with their children with all this gun violence. The guys don't want their children, the sagging of the pants, and you pull your damn pants up, boy, and make sure you walking around here with some damn sense to want their sons to be educated and smart. Even if you street based, you still know smart. So you still know how to be smart in them streets. So the challenges that I've seen most guys is just a relationship going bad, and they kind of halt off. I don't want to deal with her, and not realizing that they can go around that situation. But then, my number one thing is if you still, you still being fugazi with the mother, having her emotions all over the place. And then when she mad, you can't see your daughter. You can't see little Tyrone, for about 4 or 5 weeks.
I think
so you got, I'm just saying, just make it work for that child. That's what I'm saying.
Do you think that, and I know as we go into the next subject, and I'm just going to add this to what I was asking, do you think that with that happening, so I'm gonna say this. I'm asking a question. I'll make a statement to kind of follow what you just said. I'm basically hearing that you're saying, for the most part, the men are good fathers.
Yep,
they are intentionally good fathers, and you're not basically judging them on how often they have them, because it could be some things that's stopping them because of bad relationships and such stuff. That back and forth. So it's not that they don't want to be there. Because sometimes they may not be there, but it's not that they don't want to be there. It's
because your presence can be felt. if you're not there every day. I mean, if you can date a nigga that live in another country or, across the hall, across the street, and all y'all doing is texting and zooming and you all in love, what's the difference of his child seeing and hearing his voice on an everyday basis?
Right.
So that's what I mean when I say that.
So I think so because I don't really know people. I don't really know guys like that I know personally. Like I know them and we hang out that's really like considered deadbeats. And it's so weird to me and I hear all this deadbeat. I'm like, I don't know. Did I miss them? I don't know I don't know. I don't know these guys. Like,
so what I would describe, and maybe you have a different description of a deadbeat father, is like what I was saying earlier. Like if you over there with another female and you haven't seen your children, and you know damn well you got children, and that woman got and taking care of your children, and you and her have broken up, and that's fine. But you still need to show up for your own child. Not to say that you can't be there for those other kids and being a great father to them. But what you gonna say to your child and say, that's cool, you was good over there with Tyrone them, but I got your surname. When the last time you called and talked to me? Oh, you sent me a birthday gift? But I ain't got no time with you. So I think the number one thing that I would like to say to men overall, the way you define yourself as a father, check that. Because it's really the time. Quality time matters. You can buy them everything under the sun. I can tell you right now, my young son, when I play ball with him, he act like I'm MJ. And you know what I'm saying? Because that time, that's what he gonna remember when he gonna grow. We're like, Mom, remember when we was playing this and that? I mean, when I say just because they little world, they little life, that means everything to them.
It does.
So that's when y'all hear me say all the time, meeting your children where they at too. There's absolutely, it's parallel. Like that's why I say when different ages, like with my growner sons, my sons that are grown and their fathers, their conversations are a little different. They might call me and tell me about, the female problem they might be having with the mother or a young lady that they with, or just a challenging issue on a job. So it ain't no, you this and this and that. And don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. Every last one of your children love to hear you still say that they are your babies. I said it to my boys all the time. I be like, who messing with my baby? You know what I'm saying? I don't care. My oldest son is 30. And as soon as I say it's just something that's within you. You know what I mean? When they say it. If my mama say it to me and my overgrown ass, I'm like, Mama, I did it. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things. So I'm just saying, I feel like meeting your children where they at and making sure that time that you spend with them matters.
I have to take that back. I do know a guy that is kind of a terrible father. By the way, he's not my friend though.
We ain't calling nobody out. We just want y'all to be better.
Yeah, we ain't calling nobody out. He's not. I'm not. And he's a nice guy. And I met him through different means. But yeah.
But there's a lot of people that show up with fatherhood. That's what I'm saying. What do you consider a deadbeat? Because there's a lot of women will be able to say, he don't do this and that, and he over there. But that was the number one thing that I get from females saying that. He got another female. He don't do nothing for my baby. He think that all he got to do is send me a $50 child support check every week because that's all he said he reporting because he said he make, minimum wage at the car wash, so to speak. I'm making this up. But I'm just saying, so that's all he do. And she's like, but he don't spend no kind of time with him, but he swear he a good father.
Let me ask you a question then. Let me ask you a question. I want to throw this at you. See what you think about this. So is it better? Which one is better or worse? Or maybe the same. I don't know. But like the guy that's got, he moved on. He got a new woman and he taking her child or children, and then he's not taking care of his child with his ex-wife, ex-girlfriend, whatever. Mm-hmm. That or a guy that's like broke up with the girl. Well, it was her decision to break up. And because she decided to break up, fuck all y'all.
He's saying which one is worse?
Well, I'm just saying. I don't even know if that's even a real
responsible because that's really not a real. Only because.
Well, I'm not even. I don't even. I'm just saying. I know a situation where that might not be the best way. I don't know who's worse or whether they both are terrible. But I'm just. Right, but you see how weird that is. Like, I can see the guy. Okay, I'm not saying I'm justifying that. Certain men, especially from different cultures. I'd hate to talk about somebody, but certain cultures feel like that's their manipulative way to getting back at the mother because the mother decided to move on from you. And he decided, well, I'm gonna control the narrative by not dealing with the kid, and then not dealing with the kid, then you have to contact me back. That's whack as hell. But I don't even know how to say that. I don't know. I'm not saying I understand it.
Right. I can speak from what I have, my experience, because I can say that. I think a man is whack as hell if you have a child with a woman and you make a conscious decision because you and her are no longer together. And it's the same thing for a female. If you decide that me and you not working out, so I don't want nothing to do with that child. If you don't give me the child the way I want to get the child, but I don't do nothing for the child until I leave if I want to. I think that's sad because it's not about you. I think you got to remove the relationship part out of it and be a father. You are a father from the result of the connection of the relationship you have with that child's mother. And I think one of the greatest things men can do and women can do is y'all just see, I just showed you a prime example of myself. I gave my children's father props. And the reason why I gave him it gave him props because it don't have nothing to do with our relationship. It's him being a father to my children, and I want the best for my children. Anybody be in my life, my man, whatever, love and respect my children, I'm gonna honor that. That's power in that. Because I feel like when they say it's a village to raise children, they come from all different kinds of ways. Because I know as a woman, I'm meeting a new man and his kids, they're gonna matter to me. And I want to be a good person in their life. That's how a man should be. But you don't forget about your children either. It should be a blended thing. And I know everybody find it's challenging, but it's only challenging because you haven't let go to BS. Really. So I feel like you make a decision that I don't want to have nothing to do with that child.
I think that's crazy. I think it's whack as hell.
I think that is the worst. I would say, Ed, to all of that.
I always had this feeling. I felt like I didn't give a damn what went on with me and their mother.
Absolutely.
Like you ain't finna keep my kids from me. I don't give a damn. You say, we're not together. You say you're a whack ass dude, or I'm moving on. Whatever the case you may feel about me, you ain't finna keep my kids away.
But then I'm the opposite of you, saying just because I left and I said I don't want to be with their dad anymore, that doesn't mean I'm taking your children away from you.
Mm-hmm.
See what I mean? So it's different because it's not about that. I still want my children. Listen, you might not have been a good man to me, but you was a great man to these boys. And that matters to me because I want my children. See, I love my children beyond my needs. You see what I mean? Because if you still have fugaziness with that father, that means it's because your ass got some still kind of attachment that you need to truly let go. And that's facts.
Yeah, and it's obvious, especially with
Hit
the
me
guys.
up in the comments if you disagree or you agree.
I mean, that's the shit. That's a no-brainer. There's something going on when you using those kids. It looks like you're so desperate.
Yeah,
you using those kids.
Them children.
Yeah, you using them as
you ain't
pawns.
seeing him today. The hell he got to do it? Why he can't go to the playground with his daddy? Or why she can't have her daughter daddy dance?
Right.
Because you mad at him because he didn't drop you off $5 last week. Because your man ain't come back and give you the gas and you were stuck on the expressway. I just made all that up, but that's the kind of shit.
That shit happens though. That's some real shit.
You're right.
Because me and your father be like, nigga, you fucking up. I mean, I'm sorry. It's our show.
It's our show.
Yeah, you fucking another dude. Let him pay, but he should still, at the same time, and I don't really, that's whack to me. My kids are my kids. I don't give a damn what mother's doing.
Right. See that?
What
Say
doing.
that again. Your kids are what?
My kids are my kids.
They are all yours.
I don't give a fuck what she did.
Absolutely.
Didn't do. I may still be hurt and mad about it. Her decision to break up.
I don't give a damn. I believe a man should take care of his kids. I didn't make them by myself. You gonna take it. Look. I got to be at work at 3.
Now here's what gets tricky.
I don't give a damn if you got to be at work at 6. Yep. I got to be there at 3. So some kind of way, they finna be with you. You gonna figure that. Now you might got to get them back to me around 2, but I got to be at work at 3.
Right.
I'm just saying.
That shit got to work out.
Women got to hold men accountable, and men got to hold women accountable to be there in their children's life. And I know you be like, it's and so many men. This is what my friends have shared with me. It just be so much that they don't want to deal with that woman, and I get it though. I ain't gonna lie. Or a woman say, I don't want to deal with that guy. He just so stupid. He just so that. Okay, so I want to say this because it just hit me. Something just happened. This in the news. Y'all know we don't like to talk about celebrities. I talk about stuff that happened. This. I'm gonna go a little dark for a second, but you all probably have heard this in Round Beach Lake, Illinois. This guy, he decided because the mother decided to leave him after all those years. He'd been beating her, mistreating her, whatever. So he took his 5-year-old, his 2-year-old, and his 1-year-old, and he kept them for the weekend, right? So she went to go pick them up. And he had killed all 3 of them. He drowned each one of the children, one by one. That had to be a mental, you understand me, crazy. Now that to me, if he's showing you those kind of signs, then he don't need to be around. Like you can, we got to go to court. We got to get supervised visits because you acting, you crazy for real. And one of the things everybody is talking about in the mother in the news is that she was saying that all these mental illness signs that he was showing, and that's why she left him. But then why would you let him take kids? Because this is what his note said on the bed when she came to get them. and they all were laying on the bed dead, one by one. The note that he left was, "If I can't have them, neither can you."
What?
So I have to say, if that kind of crazy, because the relationship ended like that, then that's when you have to still protect your children. So if you're one of those people that you in a relationship and you're beating the hell out of your new girlfriend, and your new girlfriend call and tell the child's mother, okay, that he beat me, did he beat you? No, he didn't, but he still want to get your child. Then no, you ain't getting mine. Because I want my child to be in the crossfire. That's what I'm just saying. So when it gets to be crazy like that, then you have to protect the child.
This is where it gets funny. Now we're going to deeper water. You said it got dark.
Mm-hmm.
So this well, that's really relative, because as you was talking, I started thinking, like, you got people that tell you their side of the story. You get something. I'm sorry, guys. Just so you have people that tell you their side of the story.
Yeah.
Right, and it's like, she won't let me sing, dog. You rocking with them,
right?
And then it's like, she won't let him see me, man. That's your boy and shit like that, and you don't really know him like she know him. Right.
They show up different.
But
you my nigga, men at home. He be like, who you was in the bathroom talking to? I wasn't talking to nobody.
My phone is
out there. No, it's right there. Right. You. Who you talking to? No, you was in it's a nigga just got the shower.
Mm-hmm. And then you got listen, that be the crazy shit right there. And this now we finna mental. This is the second part of the sip and spill. Now we did all the hey, hallelujah, bless you, man.
We'll do it again.
Now we on some real shit.
Yeah.
Now you got a father, a guy, a person that's like, man, I don't know why she tripping, dog. I don't know, man. She won't let me see my kids, man. She won't let me see my kids.
And then you be crying to that woman that's your new girl. She like, that?
Or your people, whomever your people.
Right.
And then you go to her like, man, y'all, you crazy. You won't let them see your kids and stuff like that. Like, that nigga shot a gun at us last night. The 5th time he did it in 2 weeks.
4 holes across my baby bed.
What? He didn't say nothing about it. I know he didn't. And you were there like, man, I never known him to even have a gun.
Like, because you don't know him.
You don't know him like that. That shit be so, it'd be so crazy, because we say this time, this is what SIP&SPILL, this is what SIP&SPILL, this is when we do our thing.
We keep it real.
This is what we finna come into it now.
That's right.
Motherfuckers come and tell you some shit they want you to know. There's 2 sides to the story and the truth. One thing why this girl is right next to me now, because she always challenges me about, and I love her. I'm gonna give you your flowers. I appreciate you for fucking with me and dealing with my ups and downs, my fugaziness,
ebbs and flows.
Ebbs and flows and everything. This is the reason why I say that, because she'll hear me and be like, I hear you. You my boy, I got you. I feel you. But what else to the story? It's some shit that ain't. She like, it's some shit that, and listen, and her thing is, she gonna let me feel like I got the platform. She's never gonna make me feel like you can't tell me shit. She's not gonna make me feel judged. But she'll be like, all right, I heard you. You done? You done? Okay, now, what is she saying? What you mean? Well, when you did this, you said you did this. Okay, but when I'm not around, nobody else around, what you doing then? Facts. What you mean? What you doing? She like, it's something else to it. You just can't, the little stuff me and you talked about, and you had said, okay, I got you. Then you was like, oh, I got it.
You telling me the whole.
Well, you see it.
Some more. And you could just see it.
No, you see it. You were seeing. So you was like, okay, I heard what you said. Got it. My boy. But now I can put 2 and 2 together. You was giving me, I was going to figure out, you was giving me 2 and 2. I was coming up with 7 every time. But you was giving me 2, but you wasn't giving me that 5. Right. And I see why that 7, that's what them extra 3 numbers. You was trying to come, you was missing 3 points. So that's the thing we got to talk about. Some of my people, men and women, y'all be on that whack ass shit. Stop all that fugazi line and tell them one side manipulate the system. Be a buck. Even with your people, even with your partner. Yep. That's why these old real relationship things happen. Even with me and my partner, or my wife, girl, whatever, with whoever my relationship status is, I'm going to keep it a buck. We're going to deal with it. It's going to be hard as fuck. We're going to deal with it. This is what it is. This is what I can and can't do. I don't want, again, we say this all the time. We'd rather be hated for a lot, for the truth, and loved for a lot.
That's right.
This is what's going on. If I know I have these fucking whack ass systems or whack ass things that I do that makes you have pauses with me, my kids got to be over here cuffed by you for a minute. I got to own that. A lot of us don't want to own that shit. We don't want to
Right.
be real about the shit that we do to cause the problems that we're in.
Right.
Okay, so we talking about the Father's Day. We get into Juneteenth, all that stuff tomorrow. As fathers, we need to take responsibility for the shit that we do wrong. Not always shit that we do right, all the stuff that we did wrong to cause these situations.
Right.
To even cause why your family, your kids look at you side-eyed. There's situations where your kids don't fuck with you because of how you dealt with their mama.
Absolutely.
You like, but I ain't do nothing to you. Yeah, but what you do to their people adjust how they see you.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a lot of times your kids don't fuck with you because of how you treat their mama.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
or how you treat the dad,
or how they treat and how you treat their dad. A lot of I've got some friends right now, and I ain't gonna put them out there, but they are.
Clarence say, "Man up."
Listen, I ain't gonna tell you. Look, I got a friend out there. And they were talking about they love their dad, and they said their mama was a straight trip. Like just they love their mama, but their mama was a straight trip, and they have an issue with their mama. Not only how they treated them as these girls, but how they treated their daddy. They was like, I ain't never seen him mistreat you. Now, if he did some shit, we ain't seen it. If it's a lie, you told it. Because we did see you do some shit, abuse him, do whatever. And that nigga went to work all the time. Mm-hmm. He was out going to work. You was doing some other shit while he was gone. Mm-hmm. That affected how they saw you as. So if a situation comes up and it's almost like you splitting hairs, or it's like you got to choose sides, it becomes tricky. You don't want to choose sides as a kid, obviously. Mm-hmm. Well, nobody want to choose sides. It's kind of like, I can't really rock with you, Mom, because you wasn't really Dad. I hear what you're saying, but after 30 years, I ain't never seen it. But I have definitely seen you do it 10 times out of 10. Mm-hmm. And so shit like that happens to us fathers. We had these issues with our kids, and our kids don't. Here's another thing that I love too. And we did this with this happened in our family where we allowed the child was allowed to be able to have access to their parent, their other parent. Then stop it. And we never talked bad. Nobody talked bad about the other parent that wasn't really as active. We didn't talk bad. We didn't keep away from them, whatever. That person decided to not be in their lives for whatever reason. As that child got older, that child within themselves made a decision on what they wanted to do. Mm-hmm. We didn't feed it. Mm-hmm. We didn't have to say nothing. That child saw, okay, this how he moving, huh? And then not only that, they reached out. Like, oh, you know what, fuck mom, I'm gonna call you. We'll meet up at the park. Let's go hoop. Let's go drink. Let's go have whatever it is. Mm-hmm. And you fake them out like, man. Mm-hmm. So they gave you the rope before you hung yourself. Okay, we let you down. I gave you some rope. You hung yourself. It's like, what more do I need to? What more do I need to do to show that you ain't there for me? Mm-hmm. One of the best moments in cinematic history of me, and it was in the show, and I know everybody can agree to this. One of my favorite moments and most touching moments, that Will Smith moment on that on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, when his dad walked out. Remember that scene? Mm-hmm. And he was like, I don't need to hell with him. And then he just started crying, like, why don't he want me, man?
Right. That was real emotion.
That shit was like, mm-hmm. And you get to see like for yourself. Mm-hmm. Like, I gave you the benefit of the doubt. Kids are resilient. We talk about that all the time. Mm-hmm. Kids overlook stuff. They forget, they rock with you, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then it's like they give you the chance. It's kind of like, man, you really don't. Right. You don't rock with me. That
entitlement. You're the father, the mother.
Yeah, you don't rock with me, and it's so crazy. And I'm starting to see. Here's the funniest thing, Kim. I'm starting to see too. I'm talking about fathers, but I'm starting to see a lot of people have these disgruntlement. Like I was talking about a friend of mine with their mothers. I've never, Kim, and this is a Father's Day tribute, but I've never in my life seen so many weird instances with these weird mothers. That's not something I'm like, these weird, like really being shitty to their kids, like don't want nothing to do with them. Mm-hmm. Calling them all type of B's and stuff like that. How do you call your daughter a B word at 3 and 5 and 7 and 10?
Damn.
Crazy. Especially a father who definitely can't do it. You need to throw something in terms of fire on. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna let her talk. I'm gonna grab her. She needs some milk.
We cracking up, y'all. So we outside. We definitely in here, okay? But we had a fire going on and it went on out on us. And your girl is getting cold. Okay, that's what the issue is. Which means we ain't gonna be out here. No, we gonna be out here. We wanna just, put some more fire on there. But I just want to back up a little bit. My boy can still hear me. So I want to back up a little bit on what he was saying about about how you show up with the mother and the father, and how that father and that mother, the children look at the mother or look at the father a different way. And I think, being in a long-term marriage like I was, I think, and what you show your child, like where you treat their father or where you treat that mother, it shapes that child of who they are as an adult. So if the child is always constant and consistent, seeing you like snap on their dad and go all off, and they might not know that you going all off and acting a fool because he's cheating or sleeping with the neighbor or taking money out the counter, gambling off the rent, and they might not know that, but all they see is you going off. So what I'm saying is, and that's all they gonna know. And you like Ed just said, well, I mean, I ain't seen that, but I have seen you though. So they kind of go with that, like, I don't even want a woman like that. We truly do shape our children how they're going to look at the opposite sex when they become adults. And one of the things I would say is that the way you live out loud in your relationship in front of your children have a true effect on them. I can say for myself with my son, the different challenges that I was going through with my children growing up. One of the things that one of my second oldest son said, Mom, you never say anything. You never share anything. And I was like, because as a child, I needed you to be a child. I didn't need you to be worried about mama because I'm grown. And I needed to be able to handle that. And I needed you to do what you needed to do and be a child. So whatever I was going through, my tears, my fears, and everything else was kept to myself. And I didn't need, sometimes you want your people or your kids to be on your side. I never was that type of person. Like, I didn't need to be validated. Like, yeah, I'm on mama's side, So I think one of the most intricate thing you can do for your children is show up as an adult the kind of way you want them to be. In order for that to happen, you need to be that person. So, you can't sit across your child. We're talking about fathers. You can't sit across your child and tell your child that, hey, look at. So I know it's been about 15 years you didn't see me. But see, what had happened was your mama was mad at me. And that's why I ain't come around. And she gonna be like, well, what about me, Dad? Like, what about me? Or the mama. See, I told you to stay with your dad because, girl, he wasn't taking care of you, and I need to go through this. But mama, what about me? Because God said that we needed both. We needed a mother and a father to raise us. One don't get the check out like the other. You still gotta show up. And I don't know about you, the one of the most hardest jobs and the most influential jobs is being a parent that you don't get paid a damn dime for. You look at that child and what you instilled in them and the way you show up in their life from a child all the way through adulthood. Because I don't know about you, but I've had 4, and neither one of them came out with an instruction and said, now, when they reach a certain age, you stop being a parent. I've never seen that. So we still parenting and the way that show up. So that means even with mistakes that you may go through as an adult and your child is now have reached adulthood, you still affecting that child. One of the things that I shared, and y'all will, something Ed and I will share later on, just different things we like to talk about what's going on in our life. But the number one thing I encourage my co-host is to make sure that no matter what, of everything and anything that you go through, because this is what I pride my own self on, is make sure that your children see you authentically you.
Right.
It's okay for you to fall down. See, falling down is the easy part. We be losing our damn mind and think like that. Falling down is the easy part. It's imperative how you get back up. The one thing I love about my father, to me, still to this day, is one of the smartest men I've ever met in my life. My father was a very smart man. And I take that because I've never seen him lose a game. I've never seen him lose a game, right? But to my dad, he lost plenty of games. And what keeps me going to this day is the fact that he's always said, no matter how many times he lost, he said he's going to double how many times he wins. So it's one of those things where I just feel like we still have to show up in our children's lives, being accountable for the mistakes that we make. Because, if you live in your life and your children will never see you make mistakes, it's okay. You can make mistakes, but it's how you get up, because that's what you're teaching them how to be. Right. And that's how we should show up. So mothers, going to that, when Ed was just talking about like mothers and calling their children, it's sad. This is a true thing as well. Mm-hmm. Mothers, resent that dad. And they resent that child because he's a product of that child. That nigga hurt me, and I don't, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm stuck with this baby, and you end up not liking that damn baby. You like the baby, and the baby ain't got nothing to do with it.
Baby looking clueless. Don't know what the hell happened.
I didn't hurt you, woman. Yes, I need the milk. You know what I'm saying? I didn't ask to be here.
Right.
But it's sad that as an adult, you blame an innocent child who cannot defend themselves of wanting your love and your attention, which is what they are born to want and desire. You understand? Because you made them. Right. It's not that other person's fault. Well, some people will say, well, yes, it is, Kimmi Kim, because me and him talked about he wanted this baby. Then as soon as I get pregnant, all of a sudden now he don't want me, he left me, and now he over there with somebody else. He over there with Susie May, and he raising their kid, but he telling me my child ain't his. Or he a married man, he gave me a baby, and he ain't with me, but he wanted this all of a sudden now he want his damn family. I understand. It hurts like hell. The rejection part of it, but the growth part of it is going to make you stronger because you still going to have to sit across that child and say, wait a minute, Dad, so you mean, wait a minute, Mom. So, and I'm a product of that, so I can speak on that. I'm a product of my father was married to someone else, and he met my mother and got with my mother and made me. One of the coldest things he ever did. But what he did was he made me. So I had two choices. If I can be mad and hate him for hurting my mother because my mother went through a phase where she didn't want me. Or I can be like, my dad made a mistake. He was a young man at the time, and all he was doing was, he was, following his loins, smashing, doing what he was doing. He had the bread to do it. He knew how to howl, he was doing his thing. At the end of the day, I wanted a father. I didn't want that mistake. I wanted a father. So when you learn from that, that's the way. My dad showed up and showed out in my life. You can never undo or something that you did. Like if you haven't been that child in 10 or 15, 20 years, you can't undo it. I'm going to get a little bit more personal with this because y'all know I like to talk about stuff that I know for sure. So I just got this phone call, and he's an attorney, and he was telling me about a situation that's going on in my life personally that I never even know that was going on. I thought it was over and done with. But as he was telling me the story, I started telling him the story of me and my dad. And then I was telling him that, so he said, you know what? He said, I'm standing out here. He's right outside the courtroom. He was calling him. He said, but I can't get off the phone with you. I'm just glued to the phone. He said, I really need, he said, this is going to be the first time I'm going to confess this, that I've been walking around feeling like this. And now I'm talking to a child. I feel like I'm talking to my own daughter. He said it was a young lady that he had messed around with. He's happily married, been married 40 years. A young lady he messed around with. He thought that the young lady, they broke up, was kind of like a bad breakup. He thought that the young lady had a child. He thought that child was was the product of his girlfriend messing around with another guy. They ended up taking DNA test, found out that child is not none of the boyfriend that his girlfriend cheated on him back many years ago, and that he is the father. His new wife saw the young lady at the grocery store and said, "Oh my God, you look identical to my husband." He said it has been killing him sleepless nights. Should he just go and talk to her and say, can we please take a DNA test? And he asked me this question, y'all. He said, do you think I should go to this young lady and ask? And I said, the reason why you can't sleep is because, he said, because all I keep thinking about is that I got a daughter out here that I don't even know. I said, well, just talk to me like I'm the daughter. I said, I hired private detectives to find my father. I said, you don't know what the effect of you coming in her life right now can have on her. Because the way she show up with men, the way she show up as a mother, all that affects her. And you can walk in right now and change the game for her. It's unfair for you to be that damn selfish because you're scared. So everything behind fear is everything you want. Now, you attorney, you do this for a living, right? You talk to different families, you put everybody together. Well, I'm going to tell you, I ain't no attorney, I ain't got no law degree, but what kind of degree I do got is when it comes to love, it has no limit. Go knock on that girl's door, and literally tell her, can we please? And even if she say no, you put it in her mind, and she might revisit at a later date. I said, but he says, this is not a coincidence I talked to you. I said, sure isn't. God moves things in serious different types of ways and make things happen. So all I'm saying, that was our next subject. We just kind of went right into it. And that is, if you have a child out there that you think or maybe think that is your child and you don't want to because you're mad at the other person or the other person moved on, they married. It's not about them. It is about their child. And I suggest and I advise that you want to be that intricate person of living a legend of who you really is. then man up, as Clarence say, and woman up, as Kimmi say, to all the people that you own. It's mothers out here too that giving children, and they know giving them up, and they like that child want to find them, and they say no, I don't want my name to be given to that child. That's fucked up too. It's sad. So it's not about you. If you're big enough to lay down and create a kid, that child becomes your responsibility. And you're lucky because they're blessed. Some people wish they can have kids and they can't. So I'm just saying, it's the way we show up is how we show up. That's my take on fatherhood with that part.
Yeah, I was always interested in how people like I don't know, I would feel like it would eat me up too. Like if I knew, that kid might be mine.
Mm-hmm.
It's different. Like if you think they would had a baby, not really sure and stuff like that. But if you actually see like a picture of it, something,
and you'd be like, damn.
Like damn. I mean, my kids look like me. They just do. They look like me. Even they look like their mama. They look like me. They're like, well, that's still, I'll tell you about my toe. They all got that. So it's like that's the thing,
So you say.
Look at my brother. Look at who back. We ain't seen him in forever. That's John from out of Savannah.
Oh, I want to meet you, John.
Oh, John.
I'm going to be in Georgia next weekend. It'll be lovely if I can meet you and your beautiful wife.
Yes, John. We'll be in Atlanta on the 20th.
Yeah. We are hosting the Marvelous Films red carpet event. So your brother will be out there. And come on out there and meet us if you can. Hey, we would love to meet you guys.
Yeah, we would love to meet you. So we'll be out in Atlanta. I know it's a 4 hour, but y'all travel, world travelers. So y'all, it ain't nothing but a hop, skip, and jump. Y'all get on the E-way.
That's love.
So you and Tasha come on out there and hang out with us up there. I'll give you I'll text you all the information or whatever. Okay, he said you heard.
We will. We will definitely see.
I'll see the information.
I love family. I can't wait to meet my other brother.
Yes, that's the big brother.
Love that. That's the big brother. Heard nothing but great things. Great things.
So
happy Father's Day, right?
Oh, happy Father's Day, John. Yes,
John.
He's got 2. He's the adult son, and he's a grandfather because he's got the cutest grandson in the world. Brittany has.
Right.
So he's a father and grandfather multiple times over. His wife has grandchildren. His new wife has grandchildren. He has 1 grandchild and 2 kids that are all grown. They're doing well for themselves, the whole 9. So happy Father's Day, bro. I meant to say, happy Father's Day to you, John. I got to tell you that he's been a great, great father. I mean, when I tell you self-sacrifice and make sure he put his kids in the best situation possible, I mean, the whole 9 for his daughter, for his son.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta give a shout out to Zebediah. Happy Father's Day to you, brother. My cousin, that's Nikki. I said Zebediah.
That's right.
You like Zebediah? Who's that? You know Nikki.
Happy Father's Day to Nikki. Right. He's that go-to boy every time. I always say that's your boy.
That's my boy. Happy Father's Day to him. Happy Father's Day, Sean. I don't know if you want to. So Sean watches the show sometimes. Sean,
we gotta
Davis,
give him all. T-Money, Marcus. Even though I've never met all y'all,
right?
You gotta say Happy Father's Day.
Yeah,
I ain't about all.
Right. That's
y'all
funny.
The boys. I know the names. I'm just going, I'm gonna say Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, T-Money.
All I'm gonna say.
You guys out there. Said Rob, Nikki, John, Dad Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Remember I was saying about my brother. I give him a shout out. He's a big integral part of my brother. My first brother-in-law I had, David Foley. He is a very interesting. That's Monica. Yeah, my sister's ex. That's her kid's father, and he was a very intricate part in my life, my development growing up. Yeah, coming up, he gave me a lot of my. He said 3 dads, and he was like a half dad, 3.5 dads, so he was like a half dad. So I get Dave.
And see, and that's what we're talking about. You never know who can be an intricate part in your life by a relationship. Sometimes we meet people. It's not even about you. It's about something else that God got to go through you to get to. So I think for the latter part of our show, the last conversation subject that we kind of hit on everything, and that is, I just want to talk directly to the brothers. Ev said something earlier, and he said he think he's like the more of the sensitive one on the show. Absolutely, he is. Somebody sent me a message saying, your boy, he not afraid to show emotion. But Kimmi, I ain't never seen you cry. Even when you was in the hospital, you just like, "What's up, y'all?" Like that.
I'm still in this bitch.
I'm still here.
Fuck y'all. Kiss my ass from the front. You gonna keep me down? You ain't okay though, Kimmi Kim down.
But I keep it 100 though. You know what I'm saying? I might not be that, but I am all that. But you know what I'm saying? But I will say this. I just want to say that a lot of men are taught not to show emotion. like not to cry, which confuses a lot of women because sometimes we need that. So I want to say what I did. I did a little poll just asking women different ones of different, calibers and asking like what one of the most things that you want, your guy or a guy to show you. And the number one thing most guys don't do is show emotion because you guys just not built that way. And I get that. But when you can, it's a part of you. I like to call it the pillow talk, or when you have the platform of trust that is created for you. So a lot of women will hear this and be like, I don't care about none of that. But I am forever seeker of knowledge, and I want to always step my game up about how I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to do, in every type of aspect, and being a mother, a sister, and a damn good friend, and definitely a damn good woman. Period. And that kind of falls into any type of anything that's moving in my life, a relationship. If you have, and I like to call it the pleasure of having the Kimmi Kim experience, I want you to experience that. And with that said, is that I think the number one thing for men and being a boy mom is that in order for y'all to have that where you can show emotion, and what y'all have seen Ed do on the show is because the platform was created that is safe. And definitely, damn, man, it's John Miller. I don't give a damn. Listen, my partner have heard me tell him this, and I'm telling y'all that out there. And if you have a woman that's telling you that in your life, whatever she is to you, just keep her around, because that's the kind of shit that you're going to grow from. And that is, I don't care about all the mistakes. I ain't sitting up keeping count about all the mistakes you made. What I'm concerned about is what you do after those mistakes. That's where you show up and show out. Just like for your kids, being a father, being a husband, being a good man, being a good brother, being a good son, is what you do afterwards, because we all are going to make mistakes. Nobody shouldn't be judging anybody. Like you here and you there and you doing, or keep reminding you. You want somebody to be every day, constantly and consistently telling you about the shit that you did 3, 4, 20 years ago. No, you don't, because you're not the same person. You're going to change. I think for a man to show his emotion, you need to create the platform for them to do so. And so we're going to talk about, John says that depends on the situation, give a reason of when y'all want us to be misty-eyed. And that's what I'm going to say. So with that stated is that when a woman say, I want them to show some emotion. Something as simple as this, guys. Now, some women, that's why I say know your woman. It doesn't, I can say Kimmi Kim is a lot of things I might not, that's not me, but that's okay. My man going to know me. Okay, so I'm just saying, for your woman, if you have the type of woman that she in the kitchen and she cooking, okay, that's y'all dynamic, and she cooking, and you in the living room and you sitting down and you watching TV, and she said, "Babe, food ready," and it's like you heard her, but you don't move, okay. So 15 minutes then went by, so she looking like this now in the kitchen, like, "Babe, I been said that the food was ready." You be like, "All right, babe, I'm coming though, just a minute though." So in her mind, okay, so I done got up, I done cooked this nigga something to eat, and he ain't showing no type of emotion like he should get up and come and sit down and eat with me, because that's important. I done went out of my way. Okay, that's one example. So she wants you to show that emotion, or she do this. Now I'm gonna talk about my co-host this because I got to give him a little props, and it's funny also. Ed is like that. He's that partner and that girlfriend in one. Like you could sit up and be telling him stuff, and he could talk to you about it, and and he will listen, right? But if he don't, it will mess you up, because that's the kind of person he is. So if he's not present, you're like, what the hell is going on? So you just like, you want to tell him about something that just happened, and he know the person that you're talking about. But if you don't show no emotion, you're like, man, that was messed up. And he just look at you like, oh, okay then. You'll be like, what the hell? He wants you to pay attention to her when she's telling you and talking about something, because it might not really mean anything to you, but it means everything to her. So if she start crying about some shit that happened when she was a young girl, and she's going deep within herself and being vulnerable with you, which a lot of women is, because you're a guy and you're entering her and all that stuff, and they doing all that, that's how women look at stuff, right? And they want you to show them more. They just want you to be in that moment with them just for a little bit. We see a lot of TikTok videos where this one guy, a lot of women give this one guy praise. His woman was on a period. He went out and he bought her all this little stuff, right? Well, every woman don't, you know what I'm saying? But everybody just loved it. Like he bought her favorite little hot Cheetos and Snickers and stuff like that. And so she was like, I just love that he meet me where I'm at. And that is powerful. But like you said, I hear you, John. You say show us how. And you're absolutely correct, is what I said. You have to know your woman, you have to know your man, but more importantly, you need to make that platform be known that it's safe, babe. It's okay. Mm-hmm. You can say whatever you need to say right here. It ain't going nowhere. I'm not going to be looking at you crazy later. None of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, even as friendship, you have that girlfriend you talk to or your guy you talk to. And the reason why they're your best friends is because you have that type of platform.
Mm-hmm. You talk to them in that real way.
Right. And I think sometimes even in I'm hearing relationships is woman, she says, I just don't never, he act like he just hard all the time. You know what I'm saying? He just can't never. I mean, but how you, and then this is the big thing though. How you can go talk to her and tell her stuff and you don't talk to me because you might not have been created that platform that he feels safe enough to talk to you about. See, a man needs this, ladies. He needs to be that peace. You need to be his peace. And don't cook when you cutting grass, John. Because the food gonna get burnt.
You're gonna miss something.
Absolutely.
Like
but at the end
I
of the
think
day,
John ass did that because he'd be out there grilling all the time. Yeah. He was trying to cut the grass and burn shit.
So yeah, it's just being present in whatever moment.
Yeah.
It really is being present. It goes a long way. I'm telling you. The big things don't be breaking couples up. It'd be the small
intangible
that you keep doing. It'd be that little bit. Like, then you hear me go.
But one of the greatest things
that's little silly stuff.
One of the greatest things you said that I totally agree with when you were saying like knowing your partner, and you and John both were saying like knowing who your person is.
Yeah, know who your person is.
What messes some guys up is that one person they open up to, man, they be like, man, man, my dog died. And your woman be like, man, stop being a little bitch, and she and you like, nigga, the first time
I ain't never telling you nothing else. That's how
they like, and then it's like, and they just you ain't telling no other woman nothing, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They just start being like, one time I opened up, she said I was being a little. Started laughing at me because I was about my dog. My dog got shot. They ran over in the street.
Okay, Clarence know this. I'm gonna say Clarence is a friend of mine, and Clarence always talk about his dog. So I tell Clarence the women that he meet, I'm to just be careful because you might want to be with a woman that is a true dog lover.
You have to because
he talks about his dog a lot, and it's a very important in his life that he goes and walk his dog. So she's sitting there saying, I done put on this lingerie, made you this different. He like, well, I got to go walk this dog.
She gonna, and then she gonna be like, fuck that dog.
Fuck that dog.
What?
And he like, what?
Yeah,
this is a big thing where on the day naps that a lot of women say to men, why do they take all these damn pictures with their dogs? Like, I don't want to see your dog, nigga. I want to see you. Mm-hmm. So you gotta just, I always say meet people where they at.
Yeah, meet them where they are because that shit makes a whole world of difference.
But be each other's peace, man. Like for real, you gotta deal with a lot of stuff out in the world as it is, and the last thing you need to be doing spending a lot of time over some stuff that really just don't make no damn sense. You're gonna get mad, you're gonna get irritated, you're gonna go through all that. But at the end of the day, you want to be with somebody that know that they got your back, and you could be crazy today, and I'm still rocking with you though. Mm-hmm. But you know what I'm saying? But be careful with me, and this is what I'll say: be careful with me because I'm one of those people that will say, okay, I've extended myself in more ways than I can, but I still love myself. So the extension cord is cut off. You know what I'm saying? So you just want to when you recognize that, then that's how you learn how to treat people better. And then it definitely enhances your relationship or whatever kind of relationship you have. That would be my takeaway. For my brothers, your girl Kimmi Kim is speaking for y'all. I'm telling you, women, your girls, your whatever, your friends with benefits, be his peace. Because that's when a man will open up and talk to you and give that emotion. And 4, I'm gonna give my partners flowers. This is coming straight from 3 girls that wanted me to tell you this. One of our fans that watch we help, Ed and I have helped. We'll be glad when Ed can met them, help this couple get back together. They are in counseling. They feel happier than they ever did. It was because they watched the SIP&SPILL show because Ed and I talked about their relationship. So that's a great badge of honor for us.
Yes.
But Yvette, Vanessa is a good friend of mine. Also love Ed to death. And then my little sister Courtney, all three of these women wanted me to say this to you. They wanted me to tell you Happy Father's Day, Edward, and that they love that you are the only man that they can say that will get on this platform and not afraid to cry, not afraid to say how you really feel, and not afraid to speak your experience. And that to them has made them better women. So happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
He
guys.
ain't got
Thank
nothing
you
to
so
toast
much.
with, but he got look, so that's from those three women.
Thank you guys so much. They're beautiful. Those three women are beautiful, sweet people. I really appreciate that and admonish you guys for that. You got a little bit more left, and that's gonna be it for the night. Well,
you no. Babysitting that little drink?
No.
Okay, that's what time Chicago stopped selling drink because your girl ain't done. Okay, I'm celebrating Father's Day too.
So, you're so funny.
I think that's good that you did. I don't tell my boys. What do you think about that, Ed? I don't tell my boys that you shouldn't show emotion like you can't cry. I think a man needs to get out. Sometimes he need them chocolate legs or white legs or caramel legs or whatever wrapped around him to a point, not sexual meaning, but to be able to say, I'm hurting.
I teach my kids to be well rounded. See, one of the things I'm confident and in my masculinity. So I'm very confident and I'm very comfortable in my masculinity. So with that being said, once I understand, my experiences, what I told you, I shared with you, my life, my experiences, and then my family and my family dynamic and things of that nature. It kind of teaches you to kind of like, when it's time for me to knock somebody out, I'm knocking them out. When it's time for me to hug somebody, I'll hug and kiss all of my boys and my daughter. I tell them they're handsome, and I tell my daughter she's beautiful all the time. And they all know, like, man, it's just time to turn up and call dad. They ain't got to call their boy, they call them their pops. They know what it is. So they know that even though I give them hugs and kisses and I tell them I love them, they see me tear up. So tomorrow's Father's Day. So on Father's Day, I don't know if it's a year that hasn't passed, and I'm just gonna be honest. That hadn't been a year that passed that my kids don't do something that break me down, Kimmi.
Oh, okay.
They all break me down. I be in there like, and I remember my mother was telling me her father was like this. I'm just like, I look like my mom and her side of the family. And so she was sorry. Her dad would cry when he had to spank them. He did not want to do it. It's like they had to get spank him. So that's how I am. I'm just well rounded, John. Exactly. I'm open to all of it, and it's like it taught me. Yes, sir. He remember. So it's like I'm well rounded. So it's like I don't have a problem with showing that emotion. It doesn't make me look like I'm a whole ass nigga or a weak ass dude. I don't feel like that. I feel like I'm even stronger. But it's so funny because there's guys that I know, the bone crushing ass dudes that look at me and be like, man, show me how to do that, how to be whatever.
Yeah, and some guys don't know how.
And they want to be that way. They want to have that type of side to them.
Or just afraid to show it. Like they'll do it to themselves, but they just won't show it.
And then that to me that lack of showing it though, that to me is like you're hiding something else. That's showing the empathy and showing that that side of yourself. I think you're fighting against something else. Remember, we did a character earlier today, and we're gonna show you guys. You haven't seen, we did a character today, the guy that was out there, and we're gonna get further into this character. And I'm not gonna give it too much away, but I think guys that try to be so hard all the time are really holding something. They're hiding something. Because a real man, I can cry and I can be this, that, and the other. But it's like I'm not showing you. But a man that can't ever, I don't know what they're doing. That's like you're hiding something. You're so ashamed of whatever that you are, that you're hiding something.
Well, I think it's also fear, though, Ed. Like,
and that's the old school male anyway. Though I don't think the new school people probably are that.
Yeah, the new schools they okay. So just like women, and I'll say men and in young generations, you hide behind this person hurt me, and you go be with another person.
Absolutely,
but you
John.
Still with that other person. So just because you know what I'm saying, you really ain't healing. Everybody just like wiping people out their life so quickly, so fast, as if like they don't matter. But really, you have not healed from that person. And you just afraid to just allow yourself to stay in that damn moment and don't do nothing. Everything you don't need should cause a type of reaction. Sometimes it's just meant for you to stay there and get that lesson so it can become a blessing. But if you like, I don't shit, I got hoes, I got bees, I got niggas, I got, when I see people doing all that, the first thing come to my mind is you ain't got nothing and you ain't know nothing. Your ass is hurt.
Yeah.
And that's how you operate. You know, it's a song that I say this all the time. When I talk about Money Yo, I said one of his verses of his songs that I just like is when he said that, you know, when you moving off hurt, I don't want to mess with nobody like that because, you know, if I hurt her, then I know she gonna do it hurt me 10 times worse. And that's the case. But that's that generation that's doing that. But then I know older people our age just doing the same thing. Like I can have me a nigga, you know, 4 or 5 of them while you doing that. But why? Then damn, did he ever mean anything to you then? Because I know personally, I'm not that type of person. Not just a woman, that kind of person, period. So it's just one of those things where I feel like when you act like that, you don't allow yourself to feel the real. And you just, your ass is in complete denial. And then you wondering why you keep making the same kind of mistakes, the same type of, or you mean the same type of people. You keep doing the same time. Because see, when that person come to you that's 100% straight and real, you don't know that, but you know toxicity like a mug, like that you can handle. Because if you don't do this, I'm going to do that. And that's crazy. But a lot of guys do that. They just, you know, wipe it off, move on to the next. And then females do the same thing. I was hurt, but I ain't finna another let a man do me, blah, blah, blah. But there's a reason why you might experience what you experienced with that one person. So you could be better and be able to accept and receive the new person God might be sending to you. He said, you see those peeps don't have your back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can say that again, bro. Knowing and having somebody to have you. But I'm just going to say this about, you know, I have friends that are mixed races. I have friends that are white. But I just want to speak being a mother of 4 black sons. And it's just things hit different when it's my brothers. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how many degrees you got, how smart you got, how many certificates you got, how big your house, what kind of cars you run, or how much money you got in your bank account. You still a nigga on the streets. Facts. That's how they see you. They do not care about what your status quo is. And I'm just saying, living and breathing while black is a challenge for you. Totally different. Just, you know, I can't, my boys from A to Z, you know, one of the greatest arguments that we have is not telling me that they made it to a destination. Be simply for the fact of them can be pulled over. Their life gonna be hit different. You know what I'm saying? Or just, oh, you was in the area and I thought it was, no, why he got the, I mean, why every black man got a match and look like, you know, he fit the description all the time. On a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? Or I just want, damn, I just want my, he ain't my man, you know, you say you married to a policeman or a firefighter, and you know, they putting their life on the line, right? So so with them, you're like, you know, babe, I love you, I want you to ever come back home. But hell, I feel the same way when it's just my child going to the store. Right. They don't even make it back home. Damn. So I'm just saying, so one of the things I just feel like I pray for my brothers, a whole different type of armor that God watch on them, because there's somebody, a mother, a daughter, or a wife or girlfriend waiting for them to come back. Right. That matters. And so you guys, you know what I'm saying? It's just different. The swag, the way you are, the way you show up as a father is just different. Everybody, y'all all have all different types of walks of life, but I salute you all, everybody and every man that's doing your thing. I'm proud of you. Continue to do what you do. And remember, it's not about the relationship that failed. It's about the relationship that you are building and bonding with your child. Yeah. That's more important. And to me, that's a father.
That's a father. I totally agree. I'm 100% all in. I don't believe. I think there's a good balance with making sure. I do. There are certain things as a father I did, like when I moved my kids to the suburbs. I felt like I softened them in a lot of ways. I protected them so they can stay alive, because I didn't want them getting the city life, because we grew up in the city life and wasn't knowing we're gonna make it to 18. But then conversely, it was like got out here and it was like my kids think that, you know, stupid things are different. Oh my God, is it like, nigga, it was so funny. I had to tell my kids,
because that ain't their story.
It ain't their story. And I realized, like, okay, I created these weaker, and I'm not trying to say that about my kids, and I love them, but we created that.
You just created an atmosphere that they didn't experience what you experienced growing up. So their world is a little different.
And the world is a little different. I had to realize, like, why don't they not made the same material? Because they weren't made to make the same. I remember going to school, John. You know this. We was going to school. You know this, going to the city. I remember telling my kids, like, my kids, you know, obviously they get on the buses, the yellow buses out here, right? School buses. We was catching the bus on the CTA with adults going to work. hating their life,
Right.
alcoholics, winos, crackheads.
What you
asking,
at?
what you looking at, nigga, little nigga? And you like asking you for money, like, I'm a child. I don't have money, man.
You got some school money. I know you do. Your mama that gave you $1.
Then we had to go to school in the elements, and we going from one. You see the damn neighborhood, Shana. And don't let you be in like associated with some sort of gang associated. Like I'm living around all as well, and I'm going through the GDs area. That shit started looking real different. They start looking at you like, yo, right. You ain't from around here. Right. You driving through these weird neighborhoods just to go to school, dealing with adults, crackheads, winos, right. And just people and then people that have special needs. Not, we would call them crazy. We don't call them now, but remember they be people that are, what you doing? Hey, you saying crazy shit? Hey, I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out. You on a bus with me? Yes. Like, Mama say knock you. Mama say knock you out. Oh God! I'm gonna knock you out. You at school? You 16? Like, man, what the fuck?
You thinking about when you get out of school? What you finna face?
Then you get niggas trying to take your shoes, your Jordan. Oh, yeah. Jordan taking your starter jacket.
Me and my little brother, me and my big brother, we got jacked. They took our shoes. We went home with just socks and shoes on the south side of Chicago. 727. I'll never forget that. We went home with no shoes. They took our shoes.
Took your shoes. They was taking back then. Niggas was getting murked for their starter jacket. Remember, starter jackets was hot. God. We was getting murked for starter jackets. Niggas was taking Eddie Bauer bags. I mean, we was. Woo! But anyway, as a father, I didn't want my kids to experience that. Yeah. And then on converse, like, yeah,
we want our children to have that experience. Right.
Right. My kids talking about what kind of car they got, and their friends got BMWs. Like, hey man, listen, that's not you got a car. Just be happy. We just happen to be in an area where these people getting it cracking like that. Right. So it's kind of tripped out. I'm gonna cut these lights on for the last few minutes, guys. We gotta get our little. We're still doing our production work.
We got our little atmosphere on. The atmosphere, he just want to cut on lights, so we looking a little dark, but I think y'all can still hear us, if anything. But yeah,
they still hear us.
We still.
I'm gonna see if they can see us too.
Yeah, we hear y'all. We definitely is here. We in the building, wrapping things up. There we go. Boom! You can see us now.
A little bit better, a little bit more better.
Yeah, they can. We're brighter. You're right, John. Black is beautiful. Speaking of that, I had a conversation with my son this morning. He went through his thing, and Ed had he had said this. I remember Ed and Audrey always be saying how handsome my son is. He's how dark skin he is, and I mean it's like milk chocolate smooth, right? So this morning, how when you got to meet the children where they at. We was having a conversation, and it was just we was talking. I was telling him about my 4 light-skinned people that I adore, right? And he was like, I said, yeah, because he was like, Mommy, who the 4 light-skinned people that you like? I said, well, I'm gonna go ahead and break it down to you. I said, well, one of them I gave birth to, and then the birth one gave birth to another one. So I said, your brother, Devin Mitchell, he's as white as all get out. Okay. That's my favorite. That's my child. Then his son, Akari, my first and only girl son, my fat man. Light skinned, every time he called me like I'm the greatest celebrity ever. Love it.
He screams on the phone. He's like,
like it's the best thing. Boy, I'm telling you, if I ever want an ego boost, all I gotta do is call my grandson. Right. Then of course Chris Brown, who I like to call my little brother. And then Stephen Curry. I mean, I'm just saying, So those are my 4 light skin. But I said, but boy, it's this chocolate boy. Like he said, oh, Mommy. I said, every time I look at him, I'm just be like, oh my God, God gave him to me. He was like, who is he, Mommy? He was like, who is he? And I said, his name is DeMar. He said, me? I said, of course. I said, my favorite of all time. And I said, do you know that your skin color is so powerful? He said, being dark. I said, yes. I said, being dark. I said, who I tell you, Ed knows this woman. I tell him, I said, this woman, she's from Africa. And I said, she's my woman crush. I said, she is the most beautiful woman in the world. I love her to death. And she is dark like my son. And so I pulled her up and I showed her my son. He said, Mommy, she is pretty, but she is very dark. I said, like you. And I don't know, Ed, you can say this. You had said something to me about what the melanin in the skin.
The melanin in the skin, the darker you are, the more truer you are, the more true you are to being. That's the most purest human form.
So I said to my son, I didn't say it that way, but I said, your color of your skin is the most purest form of being Black.
Mm-hmm.
I said, because all of us have experienced some other type of,
Mm-hmm.
a down in our, in our line, in our ancestor line of different colors. I said, that's why Devin is so light skinned and you're so dark.
Right.
I said, because your dad's side of the family have a lot of white in it, like, and that's their dad. And then I said, but my side of the family, we like all black. And I said, I said, I always want a Black daughter, but God gave me you, and oh my God. And when I tell you that boy got up from the table, you understand me with a different type of walking around like I said to myself, see, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Because when he grow up, he gonna be like, I'm Black and I'm bad. You know what I'm saying? Because my mama told me that. So I'm just saying, it's just powerful mothers, powerful women, what you can say to your children as well as what you can say to your man. It just hit different when it comes from the opposite sex. And I try to always tell my boys, they the bomb, they this, and then I'm not telling them this because I'm their mama, and I have to tell them that. I'm like, you gonna earn that badge with me. But at the end of the day, when you have a younger child, you have to put that in them, because they be walking around here thinking that they supposed. My son go to a predominantly white school where you can't miss him. You understand me? So at the end of the day, he's like, Mama, I'm the tallest and I'm the darkest. Right. And I'm like, and you the coldest.
Right.
Slam dunk.
Everybody looking at you. I want to cap it off with saying this right here, and I love that. And that made me think about this, the position the fathers have in the lives of our kids. Okay. And so I believe, and we talk about in the relationship or marriage or whatever like that, there's a phrase that I say, priest, provider, and protector. That's who we are for our kids. And it just doesn't end with the wife or the girlfriend or woman. Obviously, Absolutely. Those are the kids. And we say priest, provide, and protect. So obviously, protect and provide is self-explanatory. But there's another word people say. I think they say profess. So some people say priest if you're dealing with church, but outside of church, they'll say profess. And one thing I understand as a father, I think that the man's role, the father's role, the mother's role is to make sure the kids have a base. Like by default, you are loved. You can break your arm, be to have 3 eyes and 4 legs. Your mother's going to love you. Every child need to have a mother that tells them that they have a default regardless of what's going on. I posted that. And regardless of what's going on. So you need to have that. But the father's job is to profess and set a bar. So as a father, it's important that we there, because like she said she did with her son. Now she did it with her son. She has to do that. But imagine if the father reinforces that and teaches him with what she told him how to maintain that. Now she told you that. This is how you live that. This is how you be there. Absolutely. And as a father, our job is to do things. It's things I told my kids, and because I told them, like, yeah, you're the best at that. That's what that is. That's what they hate. And I tell them certain things, they take off.
Yes, it's power in words that you put in.
And as a father, when the father says and they speak, and this is what we're going to be about, this is what we're going to study, this is what we're going to do, you set the bar, you set the standards. So the mother's going to let you say you can fall, you can do whatever 100 times, you can do whatever. She's going to help you with your wounds. She's going to nurse you back to health. She's going to be like, you the most beautiful kid in the world. I'm going to say, you are a beautiful kid. Let me tell you something. You ain't got to take no mess. This is who you are. You're going to take this baton, you're going to run your ass through that wall. Now, and what I do as fathers, my job is right now they can't really run through the wall. So I kind of crack that wall a little bit. It's like a breakable wall right now. Okay. So I break that wall a little bit. I done went through that wall, broke that wall, but I left it so that they can just walk through it. Okay. And they were like, you see me break that wall? Yeah, I saw you break that wall, boy. Okay. Break this next wall until they get to the point they know, man, I'm breaking walls. And they understand. And then when they don't break the wall, like, I know what I'm made of. So I'm having a moment where I fell off. I'm a little weak right now. I just got to get a little stronger. Because I know I've been proven that I can break the wall. So as fathers, our job is to be those people for these kids, to give them a sense of stability, a sense of self-worth, a sense of love and determination. That's something that my son does all the time. He got a tattoo on his arm. It's called dedication, determination, and discipline. That's what we give you. Mother, motivate, love you, support you, gonna be there. You gotta have that. You can't live life if you don't have your mama. I mean, you gotta have that mama. But your dad, if you're fortunate to have a dad, you're fortunate to be around, you have to have children, you are a father, you teach them that discipline. And it's not a bad thing. Discipline to be able to say, I'm going to do this regardless of what's going on around me. The focus to make sure you stay focused, the motive, the dedication to stay hard, working to your task, and the determination, the dedication, determination, and the discipline to make it. And that's what we as fathers, that's our job, to let them know that you got this and I got your back. And not only do you got this, I got your back. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you better than I could tell you, because if your dad could do it, you could do it. Like she told me that she started beginning the show, and this is what I loved about. She was saying she encouraged me to make sure that the kids get to see me deal with what's going on with me. They get to see me get through it. I made decisions, and there's consequences to your decisions, and I'm gonna show you as your father how I'm gonna deal with it. I ain't gonna hold my head down.
Right.
I'm gonna fight through it. Yeah, I have some weak moments. Yes, I'm vulnerable. Yeah. Like you told, like I don't mind. I cry. It's not like I'm crying like, oh my God, it's so hard. I quit. I ain't crying because I quit. Sometimes I cry because I love hard. And I hurt too, and I want better for people. Sometimes I try hard, and I want to make sure that maybe I failed you. I wanted you to get that. I wanted to break that wall for you, and I broke my leg trying to get through that wall. And I'm mad. I'm crying because I'm mad sometimes, But I want you to know that I'm there for you. That I'm gonna push your ass. We're gonna get it cracking. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be an example for you. And then and last but not least, I'm gonna say, for my kids understand this. It's like, I know there's a statement that says, I won't die that you may live, but for my kids, I'll give it for them. They can have this. And for the first time in my life, the last year or two, couple of years, it just hit me why men, it's imperative to me that I leave something for my kids. I never thought about it for a long time. Like, you thought about it, just sounds cliche, but I actually want to leave something for my kids. I actually understand the point of leaving a legacy and things for them. I'm setting them up like, you need to know this. You need to know this. My thing is now, because I feel like if I leave that with you, if I invest in you, if I put that in you, I've now put you in a position so you can progress. You take the baton, like I said earlier, and you go through that wall and do better. I tell my boys right now, my daughter, you better than me, man. Right. I didn't took you to this point.
You better than
you
me.
Colder than me, man. You got the cheat code for what I know. You just got to add your piece to it and keep it moving. Sometimes it takes our kids a minute to get it. I understand that. Yeah. Some kids, they just got it, and I get it. They got to hit their wall, the head on. They got to learn themselves and stuff like that. But like you said earlier, that seed. Yep. Drop that seed. You may not water that motherfucker right now. You may get back to it later, let a little something,
But it's still a grow.
It's going to grow. And so that's my little piece on that. I don't know if you got anything left for them, Kimmi Kim.
I think that was the mic drop.
Mic drop. Listen, guys. We are all social media platforms. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. We have a social media page on Facebook that we just launched last week. Well, we launched a couple of weeks ago, and we're going to put more content out there. Yeah. We really want to hear from you on Facebook. Let us know what you want us to talk about. On there, we're going to talk back and forth with you. We're going to formulate stuff that
Sip&Spill group.
On the Sip&Spill group on Facebook. Sip&Spill group on Facebook. Mm-hmm. There's a Sip&Spill like page where we put information, but there's a group where you can post things and say things and talk about topics and stuff and like
interact,
that.
Yeah.
And interact. And on our show, we talk about everything. Like I told you earlier, our show, we've gotten a little bit like more like, oh my God, we love Jesus. But when we first started, we was like going, and we are still there. We just have found things that have been more sensible and trying to do things that are very more heart-wrenching. But now it's like, we going there. We going there about relationships. We going there about tricking out misogyny, all that kind of stuff. Baby mama drama, baby daddy drama. I don't even know this thing or whatever. All the stuff she was talking about earlier about people being trifling and trying to manipulate the situation. You can't see your kids. We going there. We in your face with them shits. You heard what I say? I ain't playing with you. And Kimmi Kim started going, it's over with. I got to get her to I got to put a damn near one of them little lion collars on her to get her to relax. I need you to relax. You're going too hard. Need a little meat on the bone for their ass. You know what I'm saying? So, and one thing that we pride ourselves in, we are eagles. We are not buzzers. We are not buzzers and vultures. Vultures got to wait for something to die for them to live. Mm-hmm. They got to wait for something to die in order for them to eat. We encourage you guys to be eagles. Exactly. Soar above the clouds in the middle of the storm, goddammit. Do your thing. Go to the highest mountain. Live your best life. Live your freedoms. Live your truths. Do what you need to do in order to do what you want to do. Absolutely. Okay? Make sure you fight hard. Don't take no shit from nobody. Don't take no for an answer. You go for what you know. You go for what you believe in, but be honest with yourself. Be true with yourself. Stop fucking lying to yourself. If you know you're full of shit, admit you're full of shit. If you know you got weaknesses, admit you got weaknesses. Work on them shits. Fix your stuff. Fix yourself. Sit in your stuff. Heal, goddammit, and then move forward. Men, fathers, heal. Fix yourself. Get therapy. Cry to your motherfucking friends. Get rid of these goofball ass niggas and ain't going nowhere. They ain't taking care of their kids and ain't making moves. Get rid of them. Get rid of the people that's supposed to be your relative, that's supposed to be family, that's you constantly in turmoil with. They constantly stab you in your back. Fuck that. Get your ass on gone. Facts. Love yourself. Love your people. Make sure you surround yourself with people who love you, and you love them back. You love them back. Invest in them motherfuckers. People that got your back, invest in them, not just financially. Facts. Invest in them with your time, with your effort, with your love. Invest with them. Yep. Spend some time with them. Let them know that they, and then let me tell you something. One last thing, Kimmi Kim, time is not promised. Kimmi has been on me the last 6 months. She said, yo, you have to love yourself. You have to take care of yourself. You got to do things for yourself. You can't act like everything you got all this time. And that's one thing. That's why she's right here. She always talking about, that's why he by my side. I'm telling you, that's why she by my side, because she fucks with me the long way. She fucks with me the long way. And she tells me the truth even when I don't want to hear it. Even if it's annoying, she gonna tell me the truth. And she like, you got to deal with it. She's not here for anything else. So that being said, surround yourself. Fathers, you got good people. You got good kids. You got a good baby's mother. Treat her with respect. Don't cuss her out. Yep. Don't call her no bitch. Don't call her no hoe. She wasn't no hoe and no bitch when y'all had no child. Don't do it, period. She wasn't no bitch, no hoe when y'all had that baby. Or let's just say, oh, you didn't mean to have a baby. You didn't mean, you wanted to pull out. You still want, you tagged it. You was that fucking desperate and wacky.
Still tagging it.
You was hitting it. You hit it raw. Something happened.
Got that semen entitlement on you.
Do what you got to do. The kids are the most important, guys. I didn't mean to go in like that, but yes, I did.
Yes, he did.
Love on yourself. Be a better father. Let's be better men. I challenge myself that same shit. Be a better man to my kids. Better man to my baby's mother. I love my baby's mother. She's been a great, 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 great mother to my kids. I can't even trip. And so I appreciate you. I got to give you love and props. And to my sons, I'm proud of you boys. To my daughter, you know I love you, my daddy baby. And I'm so proud of you. Kimmi Kim, thank you for being the best partner in the fucking world. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
And we're going to enjoy this Father's Day. And listen, tomorrow, Juneteenth. Turn up.
Do y'all.
Buy black. Love your black people, man. Tomorrow, nothing else. Stop bickering with each other. Don't be hating on each other and stabbing each other in the back and condescending and all that shit. Actually say something dope to somebody. Give them an encouragement. Say something. Matter of fact, pick somebody randomly and just give them a compliment. Something that you think is dope about them.
Absolutely.
Even if you feel a little uncomfortable, like, man, you know, there's some guys, I think they got mad swag, and I be hating like, damn, that motherfucker, he's cool as hell. How he over there? He's preaching his ass, he's singing his ass, he dancing. Tell him, hey, man, you know, ain't gonna lie, bro. Your ass got them damn Chris Breezy moves, nigga. I'm just saying. I wish I had it, but God bless you. You know what I'm saying? Not tomorrow, I ain't gonna say that, but today.
But today, you got it, bro.
We like you. We love you. We want more of you.
Please like, subscribe, and share.
All of our platforms, all of y'all know where they are. Kimmi Kim, if you go to our Facebook page, group page, she's going to put in there all of our places that we're at, all the different, our website, all that stuff, well, our email and all that stuff that all that stuff's going to be on there. Just follow us. We got your black. We got your black. We got your black. Listen, we like you. We love you. We want more of you. And on the show, it's been real and it's been fun. But every time we do this show, every time we get together, every time we hear from you guys, it's always, don't ever get it twisted. It's always, even my face don't show it. Her face don't show it. It's always real motherfucking fun, baby. You heard me. Holler back at your peoples.
Ooh. All right.